Join the other guests. Mais bien sûr. Natürlich. I don't know how many potions I've quaffed. This could be bad. What do I have? I have nothing to remove negative alterations either. Crud. Shoot. This is potentially bad. I don't know if I'm going to get through the next dialogue options with as much crap as I consumed in here.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Right, I couldn't pick this because it requires a 7. Oh, it requires 7. Oh. What if I do this? There we go. Golden elixir. 2. And an amber fragment. Alright. Course is still worrisome because I can't cure negative effects. So if I got what's up, Monmouth? Welcome. Man, I can't really be consuming more potions. I need to get like a negative. What is the negative effect when I'm drunk? I don't remember. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Probably this. Let's see. Oh, no, I got 2 golden elixirs, not 2 royal jellies. Okay, so I can, if I get in drunk mode, I can actually cure the poison. Oh, icy and sunny. Did you have an ice storm recently? Yeah, that's what this is. The golden elixir. I was thinking royal jelly. Royal jelly will give me a couple of effort points, but golden elixir cures the negative effects. Yeah. I used one of these when I got drunk with Elizabeth before it turned out she had poisoned me with laudanum and it left me unconscious as I did nothing while she left the manor. Crap. Alright, well, I've only got 1 royal jelly. And then these for making skill use free, so alright. I think that's everything in here. This was the one thing I'd not done last time was open this box. Because it costs 7 effort. But I just used the don't cost anything potion. Whatever it's called, this one. The Carmelite water. Next skill use is free. So I didn't have to spend the effort points. I did not understand my mother's message. Could have searched Lord Mortimer's study. Yeah, okay, but that's... So I cleared my name in the eyes of my guests. I found all the correspondence between my mother and E. I discovered my mother's message. Yeah, so this is the problem that I ran into. That morning, before I went to go meet with Lord Mortimer, okay, I found my mother. Hey, Somni, welcome. So this is the failed that you're seeing here. So this is the same day where I had met with Lord Mortimer. I could have searched his study while he was away if I chose to or not, right? So the failure here is that morning I found my mother's message, and you did the same thing, Somni, right? We used the stupid ashes to try to read it instead of the lemon juice, instead of just leaving the ashes out of it. And so the ashes smeared the message, so we couldn't really understand it. So that was a failure there. But successes, I cleared my name. Like, what's his name? The Englishman, the hoity-toity Englishman with the lawyer or advocate's wig, right? That dude. I cleared my name with him as well as with Lord Mortimer, like while I was in the presence, so they didn't think I did anything wrong. And then in the library, or in the, it's not library, what is it? The box room where my mother had been staying, I found all the correspondence between her and E, and then I also discovered her message, obviously that morning, but when I discovered it, then I messed it up, so I couldn't understand it. So. Would have taken years, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is I'm thinking like I'll do another playthrough with some different decisions, especially different decisions on the paths, like the alternate paths. So rather than go where Emily and that lawyer guy and Giuseppe are, rather than going with them to dinner that first night, I'll stay with Washington and Emily. And then rather than going with Elizabeth, after helping Emily, I will stay with Emily. So I'll do some alternate paths. I will search Lord Mortimer's study while, or on that next path, those kinds of things. So we'll see how it turns out. So yeah, don't spoil those for me if you would. That'd be great. But I am definitely, I'm not gonna do like a whole, I'm not gonna try to get all the combinations or whatever. I think I'm gonna finish this playthrough, and then I'm gonna do one more playthrough right afterward that is an alternate path, a set of alternate paths. I think I'm just gonna do 2 playthroughs though. I mean, on stream, Twitch and YouTube. I'll probably play it again later myself privately, and I just won't, I'll choose something else as well. Nice. Yeah, because a lot of times it's just like the way somebody responds to you or something. Maybe they're just upset with you, and then maybe you don't get something from them, but it doesn't really have a massive effect or whatever. I like games where the choices you make are long lasting. They're very, very. That was one of the really I'm not talking about the playable teaser we recently did, although I imagine at least that aspect is probably similar. But that's one of the big things I really loved about the original Gothic games, Gothic and Gothic 2. The overall plot didn't really change, but all of the characters' destinies within the story leading up to the conclusion and the overall plot, like all the stuff involved in that whole process, changed a lot when you did different stuff. Perfect. I appreciate that. Hey, Fofox, welcome. Okay, so this is just as a one final summary. This is my end of episode 2, or well, not end of episode, end of section or part 5 or whatever we're calling it of episode 2. So 5 of the overall game. The first section of episode 2. We did not search Lord Mortimer's study. I messed up Mother's message with the ash, so I couldn't understand it. But I did discover her message. I found all the correspondence in the box room where she'd been staying, and with the dialogue options and the confrontation successes I had, I did manage to clear my name in the eyes of, again, I can't remember his name, snooty lawyer British guy, and Lord Mortimer. So, all right. Yeah, I didn't get all that much experience this time. I feel like what do we... But I guess there was the one failure, and there were only 3 successes. So that's probably why I didn't get as nearly as much experience. There weren't as many objectives that I could have completed or that I chose to complete. I feel like maybe if you search the study, there might be more objectives that way, possibly. But again, I didn't know, right? And I was suspicious that they might be using that as a test, so I chose that way instead. Anyway, okay, moving forward. Okay, so I have 3 effort points, so now I'll now have 5. Wait, or is it... No, it's not 3 max. It's you restore 3. So I'll have 5 effort points available. 4 points here. Arts, geography, history. I feel like this might be important for future interactions with somebody like possibly Emily and Volner, I think. Giuseppe, the Cardinal, and also possibly the dude I can't remember his name. Whatever the crap his name is. That British lawyer guy. As soon as we're done with this screen, I'll see it and I'll be like, oh yeah, anyway. Oh, so more that way? Okay. Jack of all trades. What is, let's see. That is this one. So I need 1 more erudition, 1 more conviction, 1 level erudition, 1 level conviction, 1 level politics. Erudition, conviction, politics. So erudition, conviction. Do I not already have... It says 0 of 1 on here. Maybe it's because I got this through... I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Erudition, conviction, and politics, was it? Yeah. I mean, I could do that, I suppose. And then next time I'll have 4 points. I can go 1, 2, 3 and round off conviction. See, the higher your level, the more points you have to put into it. And since I don't remember what it was a book or something, but since I earlier got level 1, now putting points in to count toward that talent is more expensive. So that's no bueno, but I mean, that's where we are, so. Well, so look, okay, so let's reset. This is saying I'm already at level 1 conviction, though, Somni. See this? It says I'm already at level 1 conviction. But the talent acts like I have not obtained level 1 conviction. So either that's bugged, or my level 1 conviction I have is like artificial and I have to put the points in or something. It's not acting like I've got conviction. But over here, you can see I have spent 0 points. I have 4 available, and it's saying I'm level 1 conviction. So I'm confused. See, and it even says underneath that 4 points left before level 2. So I don't know why It's dumb. You know what? I have a thought, though. I wonder if I equipped a book already. I don't remember which one I equipped. I wonder if, because I had already equipped a book, it's going to give me level 1 once I validate here. This is just showing me you've already got this much. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave this alone for now. We're going to do 1 in erudition. We're going to do 2 in politics. And said I should get occultism up. All right, let's do another in occultism. Next time I think every level up or whatever, basically you get 4 points. So I could just go 1, 2, 3, 4 if I need to next time. So let's see if this will actually give me a 1 in conviction because of a tome or something or not. Right. No, I am. I was looking at getting erudition anyway. Politics, I wasn't as sure, but I mean, it is a couple of points, but it's not the end of the world. Do a couple in politics. And then I wanted to increase either science or occultism. So we're doing that. We're doing occultism. These I've already got to level 2 anyway, so. I really like when it's level 2. It's like skill use is free. That's really cool, but. Okay. So I think. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. So we'll go with what I have here. A tragic fate achievement unlocked. So this was erudition, politics, etiquette, science. Yeah, I did not. Yeah, conviction is the only one. It's pretending I don't have conviction. I don't understand how I don't have a tome unlocked or whatever for it, so I don't. I don't know. Okay, psychology. Logic. Yeah, let's go with conviction, I guess. Oh, I can do 2 of them now? I thought I could only do 1 before. Okay. Let's do diversion. Might as well get something in it. Even if it's not super great. Alright. We'll go with that. Yeah, see, I'm 5 out of 10 effort points now.
In the small salon.
The small salon. Monsieur, I wish to go to the small salon. I must keep my hair fluffed and my nails polished and my face powdered. It will look très grand, monsieur. Do I really want to talk to a servant right now? I don't know. I feel like no. Not right now. The servant could potentially get me. I got the book from him. What was the. There was some object. Maybe it was a potion I could get from him that would require. I don't remember. Something. I needed a certain skill, and I was like, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we didn't do that. But I think there's that one thing, whatever that is, and then I don't think there's anything really else. And I don't remember for sure what we needed, but I don't think we've really leveled up enough that I could probably get it. I probably still can't get it yet. So I will, I guess, want to at some point look. so that I can know what needs to be leveled up if I'm going to even go for that. I may not. One thing I've noticed, there's some tearing in this game. I can't remember. Is that anti-aliasing? What is the thing that causes tearing? I don't remember. No, it's VSync. It's VSync, isn't it? I can't really adjust it, though, apparently. Okay. Another coin. Coins everywhere. Seeing, really, if I can search somebody's room while I'm up here before I go down to the salon. But everything seems to be inaccessible so far. They're all just like that flat dash saying you can't get inside. Still no. It may be that I can't search anybody's room at all, really, for the rest of the game or something, but I'm going to keep trying because I obviously don't know if that even ends up being a thing. Cannot search Emily's room. Yeah, when you did your playthrough, Somni, because I can't remember what she said now. It was Emily went back to your room, right? Because if you went to Emily's room, that's even more valuable potentially. I don't know if you could do it without her noticing, though. But if you could search Emily's room, that would be useful, I think. That would probably be very useful. But I don't know. I think she was going to go back to your room, so that's not... You're like, yeah, I can already get in my room. I don't need to search. I already searched my room, thanks. Well, it made it maybe that I can't get into anybody's room in the meantime, then. Not sure, but it's not looking promising. Yep, we're back to where we were. Okay. Well, let's see where we can go downstairs at some point. Need to get back to the small salon, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Right.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Go beyond the nightmare.
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
It might be a place, I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Hmm. Also, more relationship with her. Yeah, those Brits, right? I don't know how much you can trust the Brits. Just kidding. Geez, I don't want her to take vengeance on my mom, I suppose, but it's also, do I know that the visions I'm getting are, yeah, you vote the opposite of what you want to choose, Somni. Isn't that what you're doing? You're like, I am going to keep quiet because I don't want her to take vengeance on my mom. So you, Xexor, screw your playthrough over by I'm just kidding. Really? Wow. That's messed up. Yeah, it's people hack all kinds of governments. I was just teasing. Um, yeah, I don't want her to potentially kill my mom. But anyway, my question is kind of, can I trust the visions I'm having as actually coming to pass or actually being what had happened? I don't actually know if I can trust them or not. They might be like premonitions, like kind of like warnings, but maybe not what actually happened. Like there's a danger here. It also might be metaphoric, right? The visions may not be literally Sarah killed Emma. They could be like Sarah messed up or destroyed or whatever Emma's mission, or Sarah put Emma into hiding and so she's dead. It's hard to say, right? I mean, this, I'd have no idea what the premonitions are supposed to be. Are they literal? Are they figurative? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. Is that actually what it says? That says that, did they actually say it was China? Honestly, you know what? I don't know. See, I don't have anything against Chinese people. But the Chinese government is a communist government. Communists are kind of enemies to pretty much free nations, right? It's not just North Korea, China. Um, I don't know. I'm sure there are other ones in Southeast Asia. There are. Are there any in Africa left? I don't know. If there are any in Africa. Anyway. You think they're real? Yeah, it's actually Australian government services? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, it doesn't surprise me if it was China. China, I think, honestly, the Chinese government, not China, not the people of China, Chinese government are enemies of pretty much all free countries. Or these days, semi-free countries. Yeah, I'll tell her. I don't know. They might be literal, but Emily does come off as being emotional though, right? At the what was it, breakfast table or whatever, right? She on the flip of that, this would be extending trust to her. So it could be bridging a gap so maybe she trusts me more later. Ah, screw it. I'll tell her.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
The problem, or one, it's not a problem meaning a negative point on the game. Okay, I don't mean it that way. The problem for me right now is on these kinds of dialogue choices, generally you get one of the choices. You don't get to ask both, even though they're not really mutually exclusive, or they shouldn't be. But it's like you don't. It's like a time thing. You don't have enough time. There's no ticker right now, but it's like you don't have enough time, and then something else happens right after. Yeah.
How did you find it?
Sir Gregory told me on my arrival.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
I mean, who is it? I think we'll just find that out, right? I think why is the more useful question here. I don't know for sure, but would I have a knife hidden there? Yeah, she's gonna like stab you on the way into the small. Yeah. I haven't really been paying attention to that. It seemed, at least mostly, it seemed fine for me. Were there choices you made that I didn't make that didn't line up, Somni? Or are there some that I made that I'm just not thinking of? I just might not be remembering. Excuse me. Yeah, it's possible we met Emily's twin. But if what our premonition or vision or whatever showed is true, Emma was shot before we got... Well, not technically necessarily. It seems that Emma was going to be shot. Because we didn't actually see the trigger get pulled and Emma's, face get spread across the room. We just saw, her pull the pistol, Sarah pull the pistol, and basically say that she had to do it or whatever. That was pretty much it, I think. So,
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What? The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh dear.
As if
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
He like very slowly backs away from him before finally turning's like, wait, what? Manuel Godoy.
Could you spare a moment, please?
Oh, great. We get to speak
Glad
with
you
Vol
asked.
now.
I want to talk to you too. Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Absolutely, but I was hoping that you could tell me more about it.
Well, she was planning to sell me a very old book. I will make no secret of the fact that I am passionate about the subject. And when Sarah spoke to me about it, her account literally had me enthralled. I can think of nothing else since. You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
I found one.
Quite old? With locks on every chapter?
Oh no, I'm sorry, sir. This one is the Mysterium Cosmographicum, a book she is particularly fond of.
Oh, no. That's not the one.
Poor man's disgusted. I shouldn't play with his nerves. I'll look again. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed, my mother and I had a brush with this individual just a few months ago.
What about?
About an object stolen from the Order a few years ago, which my mother wanted to recover.
This situation comes as a great surprise to me.
I got him now. I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Who do you think? Holm or the King of Prussia? I don't think it's Mortimer, but it might be. I don't know this one. I really don't know this one. Fortunately, it's not timed, so I can wait. Oh, yeah, they do that sometimes in games. I don't know why. I don't know if it's not exactly the same, but it's really close. I don't have a problem with it, but if it's worded considerably differently, it's a little bit like, You think Holm? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's Holm too, yeah. Anybody else have votes? Monmouth, Faux Fox. What do you guys think? I didn't, if you jumped on Silhouette, I don't know if you're on here or not. Yeah, let's go with Holm, I think, right? You think Mortimer? You think Mortimer is, really? I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, Mortimer has not given any hint that he's up to that kind of stuff, which is very easily the mark of a very skilled manipulator, what do you call it? Whatever, you know what I mean? Like it could be that he's very skilled, or probably is very skilled, but it could be because he's very skilled that he hasn't shown any signs of that to us. We've not detected anything. Yeah, exactly. He's a BS artist. Exactly. But on the flip side, it could just be that he actually is not involved. I don't know. I do find it suspicious that Holm... Mortimer was gone. I do find it suspicious that Holm has been almost acting like he's in charge, even though he's not really. Like, it's like Holm directs things because he knows Mortimer's mind or something, rather than just letting Mortimer say stuff. Like, Mortimer's in charge, but Holm almost acts like, well, I'll take this with Mortimer, it's fine, right? Most of the time, which I think is very suspicious. Yeah, Mortimer doesn't seem to be concerned with Volner, and although we did actually last time have the conversation with Mortimer, where he specifically said, when we asked him about Volner, he specifically did say he didn't know a lot about Volner, but Volner did seem to be kind of iffy, kind of suspicious a little bit. Or maybe he said he was dangerous. I don't remember. Anyway, whichever it was, it could have been a nice, easy, quick lie that he didn't know Volna really. And so then he distances himself. So the suspicion is split away too. But I'm pretty sure it's not the King of Prussia. Why would it be the King of Prussia? Like, it feels like this would be the kind of thing somebody else here at this place would be involved in, not somebody in a faraway land that later would be a problem for us at some future time. Yeah, I'm going to go with my first instinct too, I think. Yeah, but he might be saying he doesn't know much about him to lie so that he doesn't lead on that he has a connection to Volner. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying it could be his saying I don't really know Volner or much about him is so that we don't get suspicious that there's a connection. I don't know. It's hard. In this one, I don't have a skill to use. I just have to guess. So I feel like this might be a red herring. Holmes seems kind of obviously dislikable. Maybe not detestable is maybe too strong, but somebody you would dislike. And so maybe that's the clear person you would point to. Maybe it actually is the seemingly kind-hearted Mortimer. I do feel like Mortimer knows more about our mother's disappearance than he's leading on. I don't think he's fully... I don't know about sincere. I don't think he's played all of his cards in terms of what he knows about our mother's disappearance. I do think Mortimer is hiding some stuff. Whether he's outright lied to us is different, though. You would also think by the time we met Mortimer, being at least level 1 subterfuge, you would think we would have some kind of subterfuge, and then also being level 2 psychology, you would think we would be able to get some kind of a hint if he were lying to us, though. Well, right. But I don't have the option to guess that he's working with Napoleon. Or I would. Right? I would get, because Napoleon, I don't think Napoleon's actually playing chess by himself. I think Napoleon is conveniently listening in on our conversation. Honestly. I don't trust Napoleon either. Even though last time, or like a couple times ago, whatever, at breakfast, we had a conversation and he trusts us to take over the cannon shipments. I do not trust Napoleon either. Boy. I'm going to go with Holm, I think.
It's Sir Gregory.
Correct. You ought to know then.
Nice.
He's not a man who likes to be duped. You are walking on thin ice, sir.
Exactly. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me for the stream tonight. I will see you guys. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, so that happened. Well, let's see what all we can see over here. I love how I can get in these boxes and people aren't gonna. If I go behind the piano here, he won't really see. Napoleon won't really see me getting into it.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Use the key. To say I probably don't need to use. Oh, nice.
I've retrieved everything.
Golden elixir. So 2. So I have 4 golden elixirs now to cure negative effects. 5 to cure negative effects. And is there one left over then, I guess? Yeah. Unfortunately, there were 4 in there, and I... Damn. Okay, well, whatever. Yep.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Oh, more from the encyclopedia. Nice. Bookworm. Oh, was that the last one? Okay. Nice. Yep. Denis Diderot and Jean-Laurent d'Alembert, 1751 to 1772. 150 academics and scholars contributed to the production of this first synthesis of human knowledge. +1 skill point in science, linguistics, and erudition. Okay. Nice. I still need to find 4 more of these. And 3 more of these, but I did find all of these at least. So that's nice. Yeah. I really could have used royal jelly and not a whole bunch of golden elixirs, but I mean, you get what you get. Let's see. Whoop. That's not the... I'm not going in yet, but I want to see which door it was I was supposed to go into. That's not the one, apparently. Excuse me. I had basically pizza for dinner, but it was like one of those pizza pocket things that's folded. So now it's like making me burp a little bit. Sorry. Sorry if I get all gross on the stream. I think this is the door we would go in. Yep, but not yet. Okay, so we can talk to Monsieur Napoleon. Let's see. Ah, now I got another royal jelly. Okay. Oh, I missed this. There was a collector coin.
A pound.
Yep. And I'm not a completionist. I think I've said this before. I'm not a completionist, so I'm pretty sure I've missed collector's coins. Some here or there. But if I see them, if I notice them, obviously, then I'll pick them up. That's fine. Monsieur Napoleon.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table.
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Okay.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
He might resist questioning. I feel like that might be something Napoleon would resist, but let's see. Yeah, like a calzone, exactly, yep. It might be a calzone in just like a modified version. Yeah, calzones are interesting. If they're made right, though, they should be sealed all the way. But yeah, then when you bite into them, you have to be really careful because you bite and all that stuff is crammed in there. It has to come out somewhere. So if you bite, a lot of times it'll break a seam and squirt out the side or something. Yeah. I guess we'll find out if this is an immunity of his. Questioning, I feel like it's probably gonna be. Maybe that means I ought not to. I could do this, Devil's Thorn. Immunities and vulnerabilities. Let's do that. Okay, so that's neither.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years.
Holy
And
crap,
each
that's a lot
one
of titles.
More prestigious than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view.
Well, that was a waste. That's fine. Okay.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
À plus tard. Everyone knows he's a real ... Yeah, it's common nowadays for people to make fun of the French and their surrender World War II, which is really a sad thing because there's no way the French could have known what they were up against or anything. And if you get overrun so quickly, what do? You just like let your people die? Just everybody die to the Nazis, or would you actually surrender so there's maybe a chance they could survive? I don't know, right? She's a royal jelly. Okay. Yeah. See, and I honestly, I mean, everybody has different opinions, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't have a problem with that, but I do think that's a little harsh. I don't think that's exactly fair. The reputation they have. Now, I'm not going to say that I've been terribly impressed of the modern day French, like the ones that are there right now and stuff, but I do think that that's still, like, what happened in World War II. Well, it wasn't just World War II, right? They had a series of blunders, in fairness. World War II was obviously a big mistake, and then they lost Vietnam, and then they lost Algeria. I mean, they had a series of losses, but I mean, I think their big flaw wasn't that they were cowardly or that, so that thus they surrendered. I feel like their big flaw was rigidity. They refused to accept needing to change tactics or anything when their enemy changed. So like in Vietnam, for example, the U.S. was just as bad, by the way. In Vietnam, the United States refused to acknowledge the guerrilla tactics used by the Vietnamese. The French in the First Indochina War had the same problem. They didn't acknowledge that the guerrilla tactics were sometimes more clever than their own tactics. As a consequence, they suffered badly. I mean, I don't remember what it's called now. I think I still have it on my bookshelf. I read a book about the First Indochina War, like accounts from the soldiers and stuff there. and, well, some accounts and then just description of how things played out. Dude, it would have been like literally a nightmare being in that position. Like the kind of thing soldiers dread to contemplate. This is now our situation. It was horrible, horrible. And, you know, that's what they dealt with. And they surrendered, but at huge cost. I mean, really big cost. So, oh, with both? I wouldn't be surprised if some of those women weren't spies then. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Like, I don't have anything against the French people. I just feel like their military and or government made poor decisions. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, back when people were generally not called out for racism, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Well, or racism? I don't know if it's racism. I mean, I guess what Polish are Slavic, I guess. So I guess that would be a race. But anyway. Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that their arrogance can be high in cases. I don't know, like a beer without a glass. I don't know if I would call that arrogant. It's just a cultural difference. They just don't do alcohol without. They don't do drinks without glasses in France. I think generally. I don't even. I mean, they might, but I don't even know if they do like little juice boxes there. Right? I think almost everything, at least for adults, I think pretty much every drink has to be in a glass. That's just culturally, that's what they do. People, like a lot of people will cite that as snobbery or something. I don't think it's snobbery or arrogance. I think it's just a cultural thing. They think it's, they would say maybe unrefined, but I really think it's more just, it's like, that's maybe in their minds. I feel like that might be a way where they distinguish themselves from animals. They think drinking without some kind of dinnerware or whatever serving device is what would separate us from animals. And while I disagree with that perspective, I think it's just a cultural thing. Now, I'm also not saying you don't have a valid perspective. I agree with you. I think they shouldn't need a glass. I'm just saying, I mean, you know, pop a can and have a brewski. I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm just saying that their perspective is different, is all I'm saying. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, a lot of people look at all of France as signified by a certain class of people in Paris, just like a lot of people around the United States look at all of New Yorkers as a certain class of people or a certain group of people or people of a certain attitude, however you want to say it, in New York. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We tend to stereotype, and that's, you know, it is what it is.
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
He's like, sure, Mr. President, if you say so. All right.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Man, did you see that? For a moment there, that was like one of those older, poorly dubbed movies. And then I tell you, you should talk to somebody and then find out more. That was really freaky, seeing the motion of his lips and nothing coming out initially. Where are we? This is a dining hall. Where are we supposed to meet? We're supposed to meet... He said the door to the left, which would have been where? He said it was behind him and to the left. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, find out more clues about your mother's note. All right, let's... So that's... We're going to the dining hall? Yeah, let's see if there's stuff in the dining hall to find. Hi, butterflies everywhere. I wonder how these butterflies never fly into other halls. Because there are a bunch here, and yet they somehow never make it into the other hall. More paintings, which I don't need to examine right now, I don't think. I don't know if there's going to be anything more here or not, but we can go, because it was suggested to us to do so. We can go to the library through the far door here again, and then see if there's anything. Oh, there's not going to go in between. Probably the invisible wall to keep you from falling off or whatever. Okay, look out, but let's not worry about that. Yeah, like I think I said before, I don't know if stuff respawns. Maybe some of the coins. I think some of the coins do. But you also don't know what respawns necessarily, right? Unless you've played before, of course. Then maybe. I'll see if there's anything down this other side really fast, and then we'll come back. Other than paintings that we've already examined. Ah, Giuseppe's here again. Could ask him. Okay. Cardinal, what's up, brother?
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Yeah. His voice acting is a little... It's like he did one take. It's like it almost feels like he's probably a decent voice actor, but he only did one take instead of trying to do multiple to get the nuances, the variations in tone down. Is almost what it seems like. All the French condiments, yeah. Um. King was playing with fire. King made things worse all by himself. Which do we do? Do we blame the king of France for getting himself killed? Well, both of them kind of are blaming. That's logic, but if I do this, that's etiquette. That could be okay.
Your Eminence, I haven't been following the case. I'm sure that the Order did everything in its power. Unfortunately, you know the situation in Paris, and, well, it's chaotic at best. Anything can happen in those revolutionary tribunals.
The king is the official representative of God on earth, my son.
Your Eminence, France has become a secular state. The king was just another citizen to them. He refused to admit his errors, looked down upon them, and attempted to escape. What did he expect?
France has lost all reason, Louis.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. So using manipulation on the Cardinal cost me an effort point, but because I revealed that as a vulnerability of the Cardinal, I regained that effort point. Interesting. Because I was at 2, should have been at 1, now I'm back at 2. I didn't realize that happened. That's cool. I didn't know that. I'm still low, but I mean, you know, whatever.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Interesting. I would have thought he would pronounce staunch as staunch. He is a staunch supporter of the church. I would have thought that would be more in line with an Italian accent, but maybe not. I cannot say I know his reputation, and I cannot ask about the rumors. Okay, I guess I don't take note. That's something I missed. Missed an opportunity. But I don't have diversion, so, you know.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Go to Mortimer's study. To the study. Where is the friggin' study? There's the portrait gallery. There's the library. Great Hall of Zeus. Forecourt. Small salon. How do I go up a level? Can I go up a level? Will it not let me? Seriously? It will seriously not let me go up a level in the map? Can I change? I can't change floors at all. As far as I can tell. Oh, no, there you go. So W and S. Okay. So W. Second floor hallway. Adam's room. So those are all the bedrooms. I don't think there's an office up here. If I go up again. Oh, Mortimer's office is on the very top floor. Okay. I mean, Mortimer's study. I assume that's the office, right? We don't have anything for the 4th floor. The 5th floor is the pier, right? And then the lowest floor. So this is like some kind of an underground, maybe a dungeon or some mines or something. And then this is, I think when we came up the steps, it was the level right at where the steps began. But there was like island cliffside or whatever, or not cliffside, but like, you know, side of the island mountain or whatever was there, so we couldn't. No, W and S. Well, I don't know if it works on what you're using. I don't know if you're using a PC or what, Somni. I don't remember. On PC, it's W and S. Move up and down. Oh, here? Stair. Yeah, it's right here, right? It's this one, I think. Yeah, I think I already found that. Like, I mean, I found the stairs before I was able to use them. So, but we did have the clue to look in the library as well for snippets or something. So let's just really fast, since the library's right here, let's see if there's anything in the library that shows up now that maybe was not here before. There might not be anything here.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
I don't know why that... Like, I can examine it, but I can't interact with it at all.
Atrus,
I just do that, so...
Mother
I guess
expressly
it's like one of the
forbade me from
portraits
reading
where you just examine it, is all. But it does seem a little strange for a book. Why couldn't you grab the book off the shelf? Although, he did say that Mother expressly forbade me from reading it, so maybe he's wanting to honor his mom's wishes, so he won't even pick it up. It's possible. She may have discovered something in it that she thinks is potentially a threat to the Order or to her son at some point in the future or whatever. I don't know about going up that ladder, but I do feel like we probably at some point... Well, maybe not. I was going to say maybe we go on to these lower levels, but I'm not seeing a door. Obviously, I don't know about directly under me, but I'm not seeing a door, so maybe this is just pretty to look at, but you don't actually ever access it. This is the portrait gallery, right? Yeah. I don't think... Maybe I go in here. Let's just run around really fast, see if there's another NPC in here to talk to. What a mama's boy. You lame mama's boy. You pussy. Let's see. Oh, can't go out. Still can't go outside through these doors. Uh-huh. Whoa, there's a coin, right? Oh, maybe it was that flashing? I thought I saw something before that, but maybe not. Oh, guess not. Okay.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Where's this? Oh, yeah, that's right. This goes into the trophy room. I think that's... Let's go around the rest of here. I was mainly... Although I'm seeing if there are any objects while I'm going through here. But I'm mainly seeing if there's an NPC to talk to in here. There might not be. Just because I found 3 of them so far to talk to doesn't mean... And that's just it? Yeah, no, let's not do that. We already had fun in here before.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Oh, so you can come back later if there was something you couldn't grab initially. That's good to know. So I could do that potentially with Golden Elixir. Okay, I'll try to remember that. I don't know that I will, but I will try to keep that in mind. Does not look like there's anybody in here, though. So, let's see when we go down to the trophy room. Anything in here? There are some things I did not explore initially when I was in here with Emily, I think. I could use the right key. Which probably get royal jelly more often. I don't know. Yeah, let's use the last royal jelly, I guess. Carmelite water. Royal jelly, replenish. Woohoo! Mysterious notes. Mysterious notes. Yeah, I think that's the second of these 4 pages. Collection of notes written by Sarah Deliche, the sum of her immense knowledge of the occult disciplines. Doing this, I will get manipulation, conviction, and occultism, which are occultism, manipulation, and what was the other one? Oh, whoops. Conviction, yeah. So right here. All right. Devil's Thorn. Oh, I'm full. Oh, I see. Whoopsies. Locksmith's Heart. Nice. Coin. Okay. Cannot go any farther that way. Another royal jelly, good. I'd like to fill up royal jelly. And what else? Oh, I guess Carmelite water. I'm not super low on that. I'm like average, so that's not too bad. These stairs will go here and bring me up here. I see. Maybe I'll take those stairs up, since I think this is the last thing we're going to search before going up. Two. Here's that.
A fragment of amber.
Fragment of amber. The way he says it, he's such a weirdo. All right. No, it was... Where was... Or was this Carmelite water? I can't remember. There we go. Golden elixir. Okay. So I think that's it, right? We've now looked... yeah. So we've now looked... What? Okay. Portrait gallery. Oh. Whatever. Okay, so service stairs, I guess. But yeah, so we looked at the portrait gallery and this little short room here. We cannot get in here apparently yet. Okay. The library, the dining hall, the Great Hall of Zeus. Yeah, the forecourt and the small salon. We've done all of these now on this level. Yep. So I think that's what we want, is to go up the stairs. Alright, so let's go from here. Carmelite water. I use them when it's a high count, but when it's a low count, like only 2 or maybe 3, I tend not to use them, but maybe I ought to, because I'm only at 1 effort, or, yeah, 1 effort point now. Which does not bode well for me if I get into a confrontation, or I'm trying to analyze something, or whatever. Go to Mortimer's study. He was going to meet with people downstairs, right? In the room adjacent to the small salon, but not actually in the small salon, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I guess probably. It's unlikely, I suppose, that more stuff has spawned within the same chapter. And I did look at this stuff already earlier. Washington. Where's my room? I was going to check my room really fast, make sure there's nothing there that I haven't gotten or whatever yet. It's not that room. Although this room is interesting. This, yeah. Balcony, hallway. I don't know. But it looks like just over here is my room. The next one. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what? Yeah, this is my room. I can't enter it. I guess because I have other objectives right now. What a silly game. Mom, this game's silly. Won't even let me go up. What a silly, silly game. Alright. The stairs are not here. They're this next one over this way. Yeah, there we go.